Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great day today. We will get started in a minute as more people come on in. The Union whale shark, wandering whale sharks are live and minting very quickly. So hopefully you guys will be able to grab yours. All right, hey guys, how's it going? It looks like the mint is progressing very well. We're at about 70% right now.
Hey, yeah, it's going really well, going quite fast. Picked up 80.
Yeah, it just went live 3 minutes ago. So maybe by the time we get to the bulk of the conversation, the stage will be minted out, and then you guys will add to the supporters list, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so anybody listening who expect to be on the supporters list, that hasn't been uploaded yet. So we'll get that done after this.
Yeah, it's kind of fun seeing the bar go up here, but I think we can go ahead and start. Quick updates for the week. The Stars BTC pool is live right now on Osmosis. It is the third largest Stars pool at the moment, currently with about $107,000 liquidity. There's a governance proposal from Cromston to whitelist his developer address to deploy ONFT contracts. And there's a creative submission form for Intergaze to deploy on there. And of course, the big news is the WhaleSharks minting right this second. Welcome, Squee and Tucker and Union to the space.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Can you guys tell us a little bit about who you guys are and the history of this project and what you guys intend to do with it?
Yeah, I'll start off and then I'll let Tucker go into the backstory because it's backstory. But I'm the CMO of Union and a scuba diver and avid ocean fan. So getting to do this for WhaleSharks is something that I'm doing. Tucker?
Yeah, I'm Tucker. I'm our head of design. So basically, anything visual, audio related around Union is my job. So that would include NFTs. And so, yeah, I am kind of our architect of the NFT project. So kind of the way it came about, yeah, as Steven mentioned, he's really into scuba diving. I'm also really into the ocean, but that wasn't really the main reason why we picked WhaleSharks. The real reason we went kind of with it is we needed a mascot. From a marketing perspective, when we were way back at ECC in Brussels, I had come onto the team and was working on trying to kind of elevate Union's brand, give us some recognition. And a thing that I saw working really well there was a lot of projects there that had like a character or something that they could really latch onto or doing really, really well. And so I pitched, hey, there's this animal that I absolutely love, the whale shark. It is my favorite animal. And I think that there's a lot of connotations with how whale sharks are as like this giant fish, the largest fish in the ocean, how they bring the ecosystems with them, how they are really gentle, they're friendly, and also the associations with whales and sharks already was there in finance. It was a match made in heaven, really. So there were some people that were kind of like, I don't know if this is going to work, but those people aren't talking now. It's as you can see, from Twitter, from all of the art and things that we're seeing, we're really, really happy with the response that we've gotten from the project so far.
Yeah, I want to kind of to add on to that. When Tucker first pitched the idea of a whale shark, like I said, I love whale sharks, but I was like, okay, I put on my serious person hat here, and I'm like, okay, I immediately like it, but we got to make sure this is good. So we all talked about, we argued back and forth, had different ideas, yada yada yada, all those things, and in the end we were like, nah, he was right. So we decided to go for the whale sharks as kind of the like theme and mascot, and have borrowed a lot with the visual design from them. So you can go to the Union blog, union.build is the site, and you can find an article by Tucker called "We're Whale Sharks Now," and just go into all of the kind of visual background about what it means, why we've kind of latched onto this animal as a good mascot. And then we partnered with Anyo to do the NFTs themselves, and they are such good artists. I mean, I I had my hopes seeing their other art, and I think they kicked it out of the park. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sammy and his team are some of the best artists that I've worked with in terms of being able to deliver rapidly and on time. They were really responsive to critique as well. Um, we went through, I think, 4 or 5 iterations of just the eyes of the whale shark, trying to get it right. Because one of the big inspirations I had with how I wanted the sharks to look was actually My Little Pony, the like the old not the old show, like the newer version of My Little Pony. Because what that show did really well is it made characters that anyone could draw, essentially, that were cute, that were really inoffensive, right? Anyone can get behind it. That was kind of the inspiration. That was the litmus test. And I needed the whale sharks to kind of feel like that. And it took quite a while before they started kind of hitting that mark for me. And Anya were just over the moon in terms of just getting stuff done, keeping on deadline. These have been done long before we actually were able to launch it. So again, huge props to them. I know they've got another project that's coming out that you all should definitely subscribe to.
Yeah, I believe these are the first NFTs that we've had that have motion in them and also PFP. There was a little custom work we did. If you guys have already minted your whale shark, if you go to your profile and you click on the one you own, you'll be able to download the PFP and the motion as well.
Yeah, we kind of tried to do some NFT innovation. I wanted an animated PFP to help it stand out. I also wanted them to be long so that they could not only be a Twitter banner, but they can also be the PFP. So we were trying to push the NFT limits a little bit. And again, Anyo really knocking it out of the park for us on that front as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even then, it's like we kind of realized early on we had to do that because we picked a long animal. So yeah, but they really did a good job. And if you go and look at all the traits, there's like dragged items behind the whale sharks, a bunch of different things they're wearing, eating things. It's just really fun.
For the people who may be unfamiliar with Union, could you kind of give us a quick little blurb about it and maybe how they relate to the idea of the whale sharks?
Yeah, absolutely. So Union is a interoperability protocol. Goal is to connect every chain, but doing it in a way that is decentralized and scalable and permissionless. So, no more having to go beg a bridge provider to connect your chain. It should be like IBC. You can connect to it as long as your chain, your app meets the requirements. That's what we're building. And the idea of kind of tying the whale sharks with this is it's a big, cool, a big, cool animal that, other animals can kind of like swim along with. So I love the idea of, these big, friendly creatures just, running around, looking for friends or looking for fun things to eat. You want to add to that, like the kind of, thematic elements, Tucker?
Yeah, I mean, the whole ocean motif is something that I think we really wanted to lean into. We want to kind of own the ocean like aesthetic because the ocean is a great analogy for ecosystems, right? And wherever whale sharks are, because they're so large, the ecosystem thrives where they're at because they're so big. They need fish and other things to be able to sustain themselves. And so we wanted to lean into that sort of thematic element. And then them also just being really, really cool from a design perspective with their spots and their stripes. They allow us a lot of patterns and stuff that we can work into our other branding. We also, when we were engineering the project, I wanted to create a direct link between the NFT and Union itself, which is why you see a lot of like photographic whale sharks in our branding. A lot of other projects have kind of kept their NFT projects at like arm's length. And so I was thinking, I really want people to associate the NFTs with Union directly. There's not like this, hands-off approach where, we're using it as like a big jumping off point.
Yeah, I love the association with the large, vast ocean of crypto, and these whale sharks are just kind of, making their way through and making friends throughout with all the other creatures there. I also know you guys have a very strong community from the Twitter. There's a bunch of art that people have been making. Have these been art contests y'all have been running?
Yeah.
Or have these been just people just super into the art and want to make their own thing?
It didn't start as an art contest. It was pretty organic. We already had a pretty good community. Our team has done excellent community outreach all over the world. And I don't know what happened as soon as we started kind of teasing what they looked like. Again, it's that My Little Pony strat of it's easy to draw, it's cute, it's inoffensive. Your audience expands from there, right? So it started and like the art started like digital paintings and things like that, but then there were sculptures. Someone like projected lasers on like on a bridge. Someone got a tattoo, music, and so we just incentivized it more, and then it exploded from there. And we should be posting a couple of videos with the stage announcements of just like some stuff that I could find. I could make 6 more videos of just the art. And I hope that continues even after we're not incentivizing it, because I love it. I love the organic nature of the community so far. That's been great.
Oh yeah, it was really funny. I think it was earlier this year. We came back from the holidays, and we were like, we'd already announced we were doing this thing, and then just one day, no prompting, some art starts getting posted online, and then some more, and then some more, and then suddenly it was a tsunami. And we did do some contests, just for the whitelists here, but yeah, it was so much before that even. That's crazy. And yeah, we'll probably find some ways to do some more fun things around that. Coming up.
Yeah, and what other things do you guys have planned for the community in general? What can we expect maybe in the next coming months?
Yeah, so we've got we're definitely gonna follow up the and when it's complete, with maybe a few little giveaways, some ways that more people who might have missed out can have another shot at doing that. We're also definitely collaborating with a bunch of different, other NFT projects, the sloths and the V from Vana, and then our own little extra pet project, the goblins, are included in the second phase. But we want to do things with more communities so that we can, both grow this community and then spread the word, about Union writ large. So we're going to do some of that immediately. But we got more things, more ideas. I don't want to say about too much because, to be honest, we've been so heads down getting the collection out there that we haven't actually agreed on anything. Best thing you can do is follow WhaleSharks NFTs. Anything that happens, we will be announcing there. You can also get into the Union Discord. That's where the WhaleSharks reside. Also, more fun.
And also using our dashboard as well. A lot of rewards and things come through there, and that's been another huge accelerator for the WhaleSharks. And I'm really proud of where that has gone. Our engineering team really knocked it out of the park again with that as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good show. Yeah, you should definitely check out dashboard.union.build. Really cool way to both, get involved in the Union, project, and maybe we can add some more whale sharky flair to that as time goes on. But yeah, that's just a few of the things.
Yeah, and as a reminder, if we didn't mention before, I don't think we are working with you guys to help bridge Ethereum NFTs to Stargaze. So that's something to look forward to as well with the partnership with you guys.
Oh yeah, of course. No, that's kind of how this started. We wanted to make sure that just like tokens, of course, but we want them to be interoperable, but we want NFTs to be as well. And in fact, Union's a general messaging platform, so it's not even just assets of any sort. We want any message you want to send to be cross-chain. But NFTs are definitely a huge part of that. Stargaze leaders in that. definitely been doing a lot of work on making that interoperability smooth for everybody. So it's kind of how this started. We're like, oh, we want to do something. Yeah, that's
Something fun.
exactly. It's been great.
Yeah, the infrastructure layers like need something kind of fun to rally around, right? Like Stargaze itself doesn't really have a mascot or an NFT project itself. It's kind of all of the projects that come to us, but the infrastructure guys, it's nice to have something everyone can rally around.
Exactly, and we like to have something that kind of personifies what we're doing somehow, because it can be technical. So it's a lot more fun if we can be technical with all the illustration videos have a whale shark, leading you around and showing you stuff.
Any specific traits that you guys like really like that you want to mention?
So yeah, I mean, the one that I've got in my PFP has my favorite trait, which was the transparent whale shark. That was when I was coming up with the traits, that was like the one that I was like really excited to see what Anya would come up with, and they absolutely just knocked it out. It had the little skeleton and everything like that. Outside of that, I love that we did a lot of integrations, kind of like subtle integrations with some of our other things. There's a sloth trait, there's a goblin trait, which kind of harks back to like before whale sharks. The genesis of Union is built in goblins, and we have another smaller NFT project that was for that, the Goblin Mode NFTs that I worked on. It is the other side of that. They're the yin and yang of Union, right? The goblins are in the background actually building everything, but then the face of Union, right now is the whale sharks. So I'm really proud of that stuff. And then there's some really nerdy stuff. There's the Discworld turtle. That is one of the following objects. I love the night vision goggles. I didn't come up with that. Anyo, I gave them some leeway to come whatever they thought was interesting, and some of the stuff they came up with is better than anything I thought of. So no, I'm happy with all of it.
Oh yeah, I loved kind of putting in some of those like silly things. Yeah, the Discworld one was definitely a Steven thing. That was a me thing.
Yeah,
but
totally wasn't me.
yeah, so some of the other ones are. I like some of the critters that are on the heads. Like there's a little whale shark. That's so adorable. Yeah, the cat's great. I like the auras. Like I think that was your idea, Tuck. I don't remember why we came up with it. We were just talking about.
Well, so originally, actually, Kaylee, who is one of our other marketing gurus, and the head of BD, she was talking about auras on Twitter for something, and I was like, "Bet we can do auras. That's great. That's great." And so I came up with this like scale, kind of like these Dragon Ball power scale of auras. And then like one being like menacing aura from like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's a lot of weird anime stuff that's probably going along in there. But yeah, I love that too. So there is actually a secret hierarchy that no one actually knows but us of what power level is the highest. But they all have different like elemental elements now, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's just so colorful. I mean, I love the colors that Anya put in there. Not only in the auras and then the whale sharks themselves, but some of the background images. Like
the space backgrounds. The colors and the patterning were all based off of actual fish. So like ornate boxfish, clownfish, parrotfish. I went through a bunch and just found fish that I thought had beautiful, patterning and would be distinctly recognizable, but it also would work on a fish, like on a giant fish. And they absolutely just translated all of those so well because I did not give them a lot of like runway on what I meant. I just would be like pattern, ornate boxfish, and then next day, just the most beautiful whale shark body you've ever seen. It was great.
Yeah, this guy at Anyo is really, really talented for sure.
Yeah, the Anyo shilling hour. Love that.
I'm okay with it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, honestly, they should have been on.
I think Sammy maybe has some film festival right now with one of his films, but yeah, we should definitely get him on one day. And this won't be the last time we chat, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll work with them again for sure.
Was this your y'all's first NFT project that you've individually been a part of?
Technically my second now because the Goblin one beat it to market, but but yeah, this and the Goblin Mode are at least my first.
Yeah, I've my role prior to Union was with the Terra ecosystem, so I worked with a bunch of the ones out there. What's it like? Collecting Mining Club. Those guys are great. A whole bunch of them over there. Also, the Mad Scientists know those guys from way back. So I've done some either just being around or help them out a little bit, or things like that. But yeah, the Goblin mode and then this one are the biggest ones I've been involved in so far, and the most fun, honestly. Like really, really, really cool.
So what do you guys learn from doing this project?
Probably, I mean, having a good artist is so crucial on your shilling, or you can keep doing that. But I think after that, just making sure you have a nice sequence you want to run through. Make sure you know what you need to do, and remember that it's always going to take more time than you expect. Pretty standard. How about you, Duggar?
I would say that what I learned the most is that just be bullheaded in what your vision and direction is, right? You can be uncompromising on the design and while still working, within the bounds of what your artists are capable of and things like that. I gave them a pretty hard ask. It was ambitious. It wasn't following any of the conventions of what I would say a typical NFT project would be looking for. And there was going to be issues when you're developing something like that, especially at scale. So being a little bit flexible, giving control to artists, I'm a huge fan of. We could have easily, relied heavily on AI or all of these other different tools. But at the end of the day, the things that really deliver quality product and quality art is people, right? So leaning on people, letting experts do what they do best, has been, I think, the biggest lesson that I've learned.
Yeah, actually, I want to add one other one. We learned that it's been really nice to work with the Stargaze team. There's been plenty of I'm gonna show you now. There's been plenty of times where we can be all going, what do we do here? How does this work? Yada yada. And the whole team has been really, really, really helpful in getting it through, including if we didn't mention it earlier, adding a few little custom front end dealios, like allowing users to download both the video and the image for their whale shark that they know, or setting up the front end so it's so beautiful it shows the marketplace shows the PFP, and then you can click on it and show the whole whale shark. Those have been really, really nice. It's been a pleasure to collaborate on, and I think it shows both the platform and the collection really, really well.
Yeah, and this is a good time to show Brady and Stardy and Sirkin and Jorge, who's spent a lot of time getting everything perfect. Because I mean, I have to say, looking at the collection on the site and the marketplace just looks really, really nice. And being able to click on that play button and seeing that whale kind of swim across the screen is something we've never had before, and it's very unique. And yeah, looking forward to seeing all of them minted out here, I guess, in the next little bit. Yeah, I guess now is also a good opportunity to have anyone come up, ask any questions for the team, any comments, put them in the thread as well. Yeah, it looks like we have one person right now. So we'll go ahead and get Eve in here. Real quick, it looks like there's some questions about stage 2. Can you elaborate on when you guys will be adding those?
Yeah, so actually, right before we jumped on here, I think the stage 2 whitelist was finished processing. We're going to go over it, make sure there's not any errors, anything like that. But the goal will be to get that visible so people can check on it, make sure that they're included, and of course, if there's any issues, they'll be able to go to the Union Discord, create a ticket, go, I'm not on there, for something like that. The whole process was to go to the dashboard, dashboard.uni.build, register there, and then if you met one of the requirements, which is being an OG in our Discord, being a sloth holder, being a V holder, being a goblin holder, you had to do a couple other steps, but that would qualify you. So we'll get that posted soon, and then everybody will be able to check it. And there will be announcements in the Union Discord or if you're not sure if it's happened yet.
Could you also tell us about the trusted setup ceremony? What exactly that was?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So people who are not aware, Union is based on or uses zero knowledge technology, and part of that is having a trusted setup ceremony. Um, it is a way to make the process more decentralized, because without doing that, you would ask like a trusted party to set up the proving system, and then you would have to trust them. It's not what that's not what this whole industry is about. So instead, we opened it up, and anybody could come in, and they can provide a little bit of randomness that's going to go into the ZK circuit. Now, if any of that didn't make sense, go to union.build, go to the blog. There is a full article on securing Union's proving system, the trusted setup ceremony. You can read all about it there. But basically, people would go on to ceremony.union.build, follow the steps there, and they could contribute to this trusted setup ceremony. And their contribution goes directly into the protocol. So the reason we wanted to do this whole thing and reward people who did that is because they're directly contributing to Union's future success. So it's an important part. So we wanted to show our appreciation for people who helped us with that important part of the process.
Yeah, and that's everyone who has minted right now has been part of that trusted setup ceremony, and it looks like there are only about 129 of those left in this current stage. So those will probably go pretty quick. Looks like we have a speaker up. Welcome, Eve. Do you have a question or comment for us?
Yo, good morning.
Good morning to you. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Just an appreciation for the WhaleSharks art. The art is so sick.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Love the bright colors, guys, and really like the cover image of like I don't know what you call it, like word art almost, right? Like it's its own. It's a shark. The whale shark text is a shark. So
I wish I had come up with that. We did not even ask Anyo for a logo. This is why they're goated and the best in the business right now. But they came up with that logo first shot. So, I was like, done. I was gonna make the logo, didn't have to. They did it.
Yeah, I think the only thing we did, I was like, could you put an S on the end? And they're like, yep. Oh yeah, that's airship. That was yours. And then I kicked it back. I was like, it's perfect. Great. Done.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's how it is when you're working with professionals, right? It's great. You don't have to give them a lot of direction; they'll go to it. And in filmmaking, they say most like 90% of directing is casting, like choosing the right actor.
Total.
It looks like we got two other speakers up here.
I just wanted to say that's so cool, though. I really appreciate you guys really emphasizing Anyo. It's really neat whenever like a project like is coming and looking at launching on Stargaze, and you're able to connect with like an existing artist that's released stuff on the platform previously. Yeah, I don't know. It shows like kind of the vibrancy of the ecosystem a little bit, and how those, I don't know, it all continues to come together. So I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys for, emphasizing the art and the artist behind it specifically.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent. I mean, I come from not the world of crypto. I come from originally corporate corporate America, and there is a lot of times in that space where incredible work done by cogs in the machine of big corporations just goes completely unnoticed, right? Even though giant brands, Facebook and Google have these armies of the best artists in the world working for them, and you never know it, right? Because they're making this Allegria bullshit art all the time. So whenever we can, we're going to work with real artists, and we're going to shill the hell out of those real artists, because they make the world go round.
Yeah, 100%. My background's like fiction writing as well. I mean, there's such a difference in working with professionals, working with real artists who can do just really, really cool creative work. So absolute pleasure to work with Anyo, and so happy we got to work with him on this.
Awesome. Degen, I've been trying to get you on here, but it is not allowing me. So maybe if you want to try again, I'll post your question in the comment. We can get you up here. But it looks like we were able to add Femino 0x Femi. Welcome.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm so glad to, be one of the pioneers of WhaleShark, which is also the Genesis NFC on Union. I've been following Union for a very long time, right? And I'm just glad to be part of this project. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Big shout out to you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you too.
Thank you for the kind words, Degen. Yeah, unfortunately, can't. Some reason it's not allowing me to approve you. But yeah, if you want to type out your question, we can get you answered here. What was the most challenging thing for you guys about creating this project overall?
I think from the development side, like I said, we were taking a lot of risks, picking a really long animal that requires just more art assets in general to create than like a standard, from the chest up profile picture that you generally see. And also figuring out how that's going to work. Like, are people going to even respond to that? There were a lot of unknowns that we were kind of dealing with. And so a lot of that, again, you're allowed to fail in this world. Like if it didn't work out, you go back to the the drawing board and you start again, right? But luckily this seems to be hitting it, so I'm happy where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Union team at large never goes easy on ourselves, or not going to go for the easiest route to anything. We're always trying to build the best thing and to ship the best thing. So totally in line with that. But you get challenges that way.
Yeah, for sure. You have to just try and experiment, and then you never know how it's going to end up. It looks like we were able to add Degen here. Welcome, Degen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. How you doing?
We're doing great.
I'm good.
Yeah, GM. I have a question to ask.
Go for it.
All right. So, I want to find out how the wallet got selected because I tried to do that ceremonial stuff, but I had like zero coding knowledge, so I couldn't go through the whole queue and process. And I got told to download like a Docker or something. Again, I got confused. So I left it on my dashboard. So I just want to find out how it got selected.
Yeah. So and we understand like the ceremony was not an easy thing to contribute to. Like we put a lot of time and effort into making sure the UX was as clear as possible, that the instructions we wrote were as clear as possible and things like that. But it's still difficult. You had to deal with a lot of things that, like me as not a developer, I was going like, am I doing this right? With, when we were testing it out. It also requires like having a certain amount of computing power, like fast enough internet, all things like that. Certain operating systems can't do the contributions efficiently. Like Windows can't do it efficiently. So it's just it's not likely to be able to contribute for those. We understand all that. That's why we kind of wanted to do a stage 2 as well. And we limited the ones to not all of them going, just first come first services, I guess, because we know that, but we still wanted to, reward the people who did, manage to figure it out, and, reward them with the ability to mint. So, but that's never picked.
Yeah, and part of the reason that our stage 1 is so big, I think, is a testament to our engineers and the UX side of things working so well. It is the largest trusted setup ceremony that's ever been run and is still running right now. And I think that goes to the UX. But yeah, at the same time, it does have some minimum requirements in terms of its processing power and having, the understanding of that, which is why our stage 2 exists, to reward people that joined our Discord early, right? That's something anyone can do. And so we're trying to find new avenues in which we can still reward people even if they weren't able to complete the trusted setup ceremony.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to add one other thing, like to anybody who's like, oh man, I couldn't figure out the ceremony, like I couldn't get involved in this. A, there's stage 2, but B, I always recommend going to the dashboard.union.build, because that's a great way to still like get involved with union. And same way that everybody really appreciates people who have done the trusted setup ceremony, like everybody who tests the upcoming testnet 9, like really appreciate that. Well, that's the way to contribute. And I think it's worth people's time to go on the dashboard, get connected there, see how you can kind of help out. So we always like to say, like, it's still early, but it's a great time to still get involved with methods like that.
Yeah. So yes, secondly, I want to ask you, because most of my friends, when they got in and then they were adding wallets, they were adding the EVM wallets. So I think it's a bit confusing for them and some other newbies as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always a little bit confusing when there's a bunch of different types of wallets, and we I mean, if you're talking about on the ceremony itself, those they would only be able to get eligible ones, which would have only been Cosmos ones. But on the dashboard, we of course include EVM because the dashboard will be going for like all of Union's interoperability thing, which will include from EVM chains to Cosmos chains, eventually to Bitcoin L2s, Solana, all sorts of other places. So and that's it's a big reason for sure, but that's how you'll be able to use all of Union's functionality. So
Yeah, I think when I did the ceremony, it took a couple of days to wait in line, and I had to make sure like everything was still running. So I was like making sure I was going to be home at this time. I think we got an email as well saying your spot's coming up. I thought it was handled pretty well. I didn't miss it, but I was also like very on the ball to make sure that I could get a spot in line. Looks like we have another guest up here, Prevailer. Welcome.
Yeah, GM everyone. Like, allowing the previous being here talking about union. I love this project. I don't know why this something about this project. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad I was part of the whitelist one. Yeah, and it's been a joy to watch them come from. How like see how far they have come. I understand. I've been glad, yeah, because let's say I'm one of the OGs here, all the team members, So yeah, I'm really, really happy for Union. I'm really proud of them. Keep going. Keep up the good work. It's a kid here.
yeah, man, appreciate it. Yes, buddy. Everybody knows Prevailer around the Union community. So appreciate you, man.
Thanks for stopping in, Prevailer. And it looks like we have another guest up here, Dada. Welcome, Dada.
Oh, thank you guys. Good evening. Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, all good.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank the whole Union team and the whole WhaleSharks team for the NFT. When you guys made my day, I've been part of Union from day one. And speaking about the ceremony contribution, I could remember then when I saw it, I first of all used my Windows system, and I had challenges because I got in through the the private fees. So I was having a challenge with my PC. The specification of my PC wasn't up to the spec. I tried for 3 different nights. I tried contributing after waiting for 12 hours, 3 different times. It failed. I had to reach out to one of the devs on X. So he said my specification of my PC wasn't good, so I should change my PC, which I did. I used my Mac, and it went through. The whole process wasn't easy, but finally, at the 4th attempt, that is 4 sleepless nights, I was able to contribute, and I'm so happy that I got in. And I voted for Union 100% on Kaito and equally, and I'm a wandering WhaleShark owner. Thank you guys. I just want to thank you for everything. I believe in your projects. I'm with you 100%. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. No, that shows exactly why we wanted to make sure that we could reward as many of the contributors as possible. So thank you so much for all your support.
That's great, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for popping in here. Yeah, the mint is progressing very, very well. And everyone, I'm looking on the timeline and I'm seeing all of the different WhaleSharks here. They look really, really nice. And everyone's sharing them. Excited to see what what the future holds for the collection. I know there's going to be a lot of more PFPs popping on here as they get minted out here. Looks like we have another guest. A Twitter issue, maybe. Is there anything else? Is there anything that you guys want to mention about the project we may not have covered?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hello. Near
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me, please?
We can.
Okay. So it's also amazing to see the Celestine slots guys, the Mammoth guys, in this space, right? I'm a community member of Celestia, I mean, and yeah, it's just amazing to see everyone here. So I also want to ask for the stage 2, right? Because I have a community, right, and few of them could get in through the union contribution. I mean, because it's quite technical and not everyone could get in. So I really want to know how many supplies left for the stage 2. Yeah, that'll be all.
Yeah, so there are going to be 2,350 minted total, and that is what 94% of all of them. A great deal of the others will be given away later on. So follow the WhaleShark NFTs account for more on that. But if the first phase mints out, there will be 350 left for the second phase. Now, if it doesn't mint out, anything remaining will be available for the second stage. But we're pretty close, so would be surprised. So 350 is probably the answer.
All right, got that. Thank you.
And
Yeah, no problem.
of course, super high distribution right now, 95% ownership, which is a great stat to have.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
It looks like we have Soltara C. You have a question or comment for us?
Yeah, GM everyone. Yeah. I guess the last speaker is it Femi, right? Yeah. He talked about something. I think he was asking concerning the contribution, and I wanted to ask because, like, when I did my contribution, I'm still waiting for the mail because I was told that I would get a mail for me to actually contribute, and up till now, I'm still waiting for a mail. I'm yet to look at any mail, so I don't even know whether the first phase is even closed or what, because till now I'm yet to see any mail for me to make my contribution. So just want to ask if that will really affect my further contribution at phase 2 or what. So that's just a question.
Yeah, absolutely. So how the trusted setup ceremony works is you can actually set it up from the get-go and then just leave your computer on, leave it connected to the internet, and it will do the contribution automatic. Like, assuming that your computer is fast enough, it's a Mac or a bare metal Linux system, internet's fast enough, and all of that. Of course, that worked a lot better when we were testing it out, and there were 6 people in the queue. When it's a very, very long queue, it's not always possible to leave your computer on the whole time. So I always recommend, if you're in the queue, check at least once a day. You just go to ceremony.union.build, check, be like, okay, where am I in the queue? It'll tell you right there, as long as you're signed in with the account you entered the queue with. And then when you start getting close, then make sure everything's set up and try to leave your computer on. You'll get the email when you are 5th in line, which it could be pretty quick after that, that your contribution slot will run. Max of 5 hours, or 4 hours, I guess, since you're one of those 5. But it could be within an hour, depending on whether the people ahead of you contribute successfully or if they're not able to very quickly. So that's what I would suggest. Like, don't just wait for the email. Check in at least once a day and make sure everything is set up.
Yeah, I really like the interface of the trusted setup ceremony. It was pretty much, done through the Docker and the browser, and the UI was really well done. I don't know if that was partially you, Tucker, but great job with it. Like, it felt like I was sort of doing some real development work.
Yeah, so I do all of the core aesthetic design of our UX. I'm a UI UX designer. That's what my degree is in. So I give them the framework of what our shit should look like, and then they go and run with it, because we've also got some incredibly talented front-end engineers and regular engineers that can build that stuff. But yeah, the trusted setup ceremony, I was like, we're gonna do deep hacker, like, like command console sort of stuff, and it's been great. And like I said, the number of people that have been able to complete it, I was able to do it, and I'm stupid, and I've never done anything like that before. I was able to do it in a hotel room on my laptop, so that's a success for me.
Yeah, agreed. Like some of the go look at not only the ceremony but the dashboard. The developers over here are crazy. And that includes certainly front end. Also includes union ecosystem projects. Just as an aside, but no, the design is so fun, and it really does make it clear too.
Yeah, I had a fun time doing it. It was for me, it was super easy. I had really no issues, and thanks for allowing us to be a part of it. Is there anything about the project that we may not have talked about that you guys want to mention?
Yeah, a couple of quick things. Everybody that's minted your WhaleSharks, go download them from Stargaze, and make sure to put those as your PFP. I want to see my entire timeline filled with WhaleSharks. That's generally a thing I want, but especially today, I want to see as many WhaleSharks as possible. So go do that. Yeah, I think that's it. Tucker, did something else?
Yeah, the only other thing I would say is that we also, just from a environmental standpoint, please don't pollute the oceans, because we like the whale sharks. Originally, we were gonna, and we might still do it, donating some money to some whale shark foundations and things like that. But yeah, don't throw stuff in the ocean. We love whale sharks for that.
Yeah, agreed.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. A big thank you to Union, Squiggy, Tucker, Stardy, Brady, Sirkin, and Jorge for getting this great project up, and of course Anyo for providing the art. Looking forward to seeing this thing mint out and seeing the trading happen and seeing a bunch of whale sharks on the timeline. Thanks again for everyone joining, and have a great rest of the day. Bye, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
Cheers,
Thanks so
all.
much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye, guys.